Good morning, everyone. It's Lee Henson, President and founder of Agile Day, and it's time for today's episode of the Daily Stand-Up. So without any further ado, let's get started. To finish up our gratitude week, I thought it'd be fun to do an Agile, not so Agile episode where I'm grateful for something, showing gratitude. And, you know, this one is going to be one that I hold near and dear to my heart for a long time. So, the theme for this broadcast, the theme for this episode is success sucks. Now, let me explain this to you because obviously that sounds weird. But I think that once I give you the gist of where we're going with this, it'll make a whole lot more sense. So, 5,126 failed prototypes to show for 15 years worth of savings. And you'd think Sir James Dyson would have pulled the plug on his invention. Instead, he pulled the bag. Prototype number 5,127 went on to become the best-selling bagless vacuum in the United States. According to Forbes, Dyson now employs 650 engineers and scientists, boasts more than 560 unique patents. In an interview at Entrepreneur Magazine, he said of success, "You never learn from success, but you certainly learn from failure." When I created the Dual Cyclone vacuum, I started out with a simple idea, and by the end, it got more audacious and interesting. I got to a place that I never could have imagined because I learned what worked, but more importantly, I learned what did not work. I'm grateful for failure. I'm grateful for all things that suck. This is probably one of the hardest things to embrace. In Agile, we're always told to embrace failure, that failure yields innovation and that failure gives us a learning opportunity. But, I think that being grateful for failure is hard to do because so everyone who knows me knows that I come from a spiritual background, a spiritual minded person, right? And for me, when you fail, or when you feel failure, when you feel like you didn't do something right, and you go through the process of refinement, it helps you be stronger in the end, right? So failure makes you stronger over time. But I think that it's hard to embrace that as a thematic way of doing things when failure also can bring regret. Failure can bring pain to other people. So how can you fail gracefully, I guess, is the question. And, the whole success sucks things, obviously had to do with the vacuum. But does it really suck to be successful sometimes? And I think in my heart of heart, I really believe it does. And not that it sucks to be me. Please don't think I'm going there. What I'm trying to say is sometimes people take their success for granted. And that sucks. They don't do anything to give back or to uplift others or to do the things that they need to do. And they don't keep an attitude of gratitude, right? So to close out this week of gratitude, I have a simple challenge. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. My challenge is to keep a gratitude journal. Write down something that you're grateful for each and every day. Show gratitude publicly. Share with people what you're grateful about. I'm grateful that you came to work today. I'm grateful that this was just the way I planned it. I'm grateful that you smiled at me. I'm grateful that I was able to be of service to you. And I think that when we can come in with an attitude of gratitude and when we can share the things that we're grateful for, it's going to help us connect to something a little deeper. And I got to admit, I don't know that I would have had the fortitude to try 5,126 times to do something. In fact, I'm going to go on record and say I don't think many people would have the mental or physical fortitude or financial fortitude to try something 5,126 times. I mean, that's just, to me, that's crazy. Trying something that many times and expecting different results just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But this is where there are people smarter than I am. And one of the quotes that I told my class recently, they asked me, they said, your company's so amazing. Everybody seems so great, and I said, in order for me to be successful, one of the things I had to do was surround myself with even better and more intelligent people than I am. I said, if this was all based on what I knew, this company would be a total flop. And it's not to say that I don't know enough. It's just to say that if I look past the opportunity to be grateful for the people who uplift me and I don't take opportunities to uplift them, then it's all for naught. It starts at home with a family that I love so dearly, and it continues on to those people who serve me, in administrative roles, Kim and others. And it's just, for my coaches who help me on LinkedIn, like Vendi. It's just, there's so many people in my life who uplift me and frequently help me be better and be a stronger person. And it's because of them that I am the person I am today. So my challenge for you this week is to find a way to put together a gratitude journal. Let people know that you are grateful for them, and don't be afraid to publicly call them out and tell them that you're grateful for what they do. And by doing so, it's going to make you a better person, and it's going to show the world around you that you do appreciate the gifts you've been given. And when you show that sense of appreciation, that's when you're going to be entitled to more gifts and better gifts, because you've taken action and done good things with the gifts that you've been given to that point. So that'll do it. I hope that you have an amazing weekend. I hope that you engage with other people and do thoughtful things, and let me know. I'm curious. I want to hear about your attitude of gratitude. I want to hear about your gratitude journal. Ping me and let me know the things that you put inside. I'm curious to see how you got started. It's easy when you first start, but remember, you're not supposed to repeat for a full year. So find new things to be grateful for each and every day. And as always, at Agile Dad, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next week, do take care.